Welcome to The Synthetic Voice, the podcast for pet lovers by pet lovers. I'm your host, Emily, here with my wonderful co host, John.
It's great to be back, Emmeline, and it's great to have all of you tuning in. Today, we're tackling a topic that is, shall we say, fundamental to living harmoniously with a new dog.
Fundamental is a good word. It's a journey filled with tiny puddles, triumphant moments on the lawn, and an almost religious devotion to paper towels. We are talking, of course, about potty training.
The ultimate rite of passage for any dog owner. It can feel like this huge, insurmountable mountain when you're in the thick of it. But trust us, you can and will get to the summit.
I remember with my dog Daisy when she was a puppy, she had this one specific rug in the hallway. To her, it was clearly the most luxurious, absorbent puppy pad in the world. To me, it was a family heirloom. We had a difference of opinion.
I can imagine. My first dog, Buster, was convinced that the most exciting part of going outside was finding the biggest stick possible and then immediately forgetting why we were out there. Then, 2 minutes after coming back inside, surprise!
It's a universal experience. But that's why we're here today, to arm our listeners with the knowledge, the strategies, and most importantly, the patience to navigate this process and come out the other side with a well trained dog and some semblance of sanity.
Well said. So let's dive in. Where does this journey begin?
It all starts with the absolute bedrock of any dog training, establishing a routine.
A routine, and I would add, establishing a safe and managed environment. The two go hand in hand. A puppy with free reign of the house is a puppy who will find 100 perfect, unsanctioned places to potty.
That's so true. So let's talk routine first. Puppies are creatures of habit. They thrive on knowing what to expect. A consistent schedule for eating, playing, sleeping, and potty breaks is the language they understand.
And that schedule needs to be frequent. First thing in the morning, the second their paws hit the floor. Last thing at night, right before you turn in, after every meal, usually about 10 to 20 minutes later.
After every nap, no matter how short, and after a vigorous play session. It feels constant at first, but you're building muscle memory for both of you.
Exactly. And this is where that managed environment comes in. A key tool for this is the crate. Now, some people feel bad about using a crate, but it's important to reframe that.
Right, a crate is not a cage or a punishment. It should be their den, their safe space.
Their den, precisely. Dogs have a natural instinct not to soil their den. When introduced properly, a crate becomes an invaluable tool for potty training because it teaches them to hold it for short periods.
So, how do you make it a positive place?
You make it wonderful. Feed them their meals in there. Give them special toys they only get in the crate. Leave the door open during the day so they can go in and out as they please. Never, ever use it as a punishment.
That's the golden rule. It's their bedroom, not a jail cell. And when you are home but can't be supervising them with 100% of your attention, the crate is where they go.
Yep, or you can use a puppy-proofed area with baby gates or keep them on a leash tethered to you. The point is to prevent them from having the opportunity to make a mistake unseen. Prevention is always easier than correction.
I love that. So the foundations are a strict potty schedule and a managed environment using tools like a crate or tethers to prevent accidents. And of course, the designated potty spot outside.
The sacred patch of grass. Take them there on a leash every single time. It focuses their mission.
Okay, so our listener has their schedule. They've made the crate a puppy palace and they have the spot picked out. They take their puppy out. Now what?
Now for the magic. This is where you become your dog's biggest cheerleader. The second they start to go potty in the correct spot, you start to quietly praise them. Good dog, good potty.
Quietly at first, so you don't startle them into stopping.
Right. Then the moment they finish, the party erupts. High-pitched, happy voice. Yes, what a good dog. You're the best dog. Lots of petting, maybe a little happy dance.
And the high value treat. We mentioned this before, but let's define high value. This isn't their regular kibble.
No way, this is the doggy equivalent of a Michelin star meal. Tiny pieces of boiled chicken, cheese, hot dogs, or a special type of soft training treat they go absolutely nuts for. It has to be something they only get for potty success.
That creates such a powerful positive association. It makes them want to go outside. Now, John, what about the flip side? You take the puppy out, you're standing at the potty spot, and nothing happens. They just sniff or try to eat a worm or lie down.
Yes, the classic puppy protest. The key here is patience and being boring.
Be a boring tree.
Exactly. Stand still, hold the leash, and ignore them. Don't play, don't talk to them. Your presence there has only one purpose. Give them about 5 minutes. If they go, party time. If they don't,
Back inside they go. But here's the crucial part, they go straight back into their crate or on the leash tethered to you. No playtime.
right. You're not punishing them, you're just managing the situation. Wait 10 to 15 minutes and then go right back outside to the potty spot and try again. Repeat as many times as it takes. Eventually, they learn that the only way to get free time in the house is to do their business outside first.
It's a foolproof system if you stick with it. It teaches them cause and effect in a way they understand.
Now, let's talk more about accidents because they are an inevitable part of the curriculum. We've established no punishment.
Never. It creates fear and anxiety, which can actually lead to more accidents like submissive urination. That's when a dog pees out of fear or excitement, which is a whole different issue that punishment only makes worse.
That's a great point. You have to be a detective about the why behind the puddle. Is it a simple training accident, or is your dog trying to tell you something else? A sudden increase in accidents in a previously trained dog could also be a sign of a medical issue, like a UTI. So, a vet visit is always a good idea if things seem off.
Always. Assuming it's just a regular training slip up, we talked about cleaning with an enzymatic cleaner. It's non negotiable.
Absolutely. And when you're cleaning, make sure you saturate the area. Let it sit for the time recommended on the bottle before blotting it up. You have to give the enzymes time to work.
Good tip. Now, what about empowering the dog to tell us they need to go? I'm a huge fan of bell training.
Oh, bell training is fantastic. Tell us how that works.
It's simple. You hang a small bell or a strip of bells from the doorknob of the door you use to go outside. Every single time you take the dog out, you take their paw and gently tap the bell, saying outside before you open the door.
So they associate the sound of the bell with the door opening and going out to their potty spot.
Exactly. Soon, they'll start nudging it with their nose or paw on their own to tell you they need to go. It's a clear, simple communication tool that gives them a way to be successful. It's a game changer.
Okay, let's get into some troubleshooting. What happens when you feel like you're doing everything right, but your puppy has a setback? They were doing great for a week, and now it's like they've forgotten everything.
Potty training regression. It's super common, especially around 4 to 6 months of age as they enter their adolescent teenage phase.
Right, they start testing boundaries in all sorts of ways.
The key is not to get discouraged. Don't assume they're being spiteful. Just go back to basics. Increase the frequency of potty breaks, go back to rewarding every single success, and reduce their unsupervised freedom in the house for a while. Treat them like you did on day one.
It's like a reset button. A few days of being extra vigilant can get them right back on track. Now, what about our listeners who live in apartments? Taking a puppy down 15 flights of stairs every hour isn't always feasible.
That's a huge challenge. Potty pads or indoor grass patches can be a lifesaver in those situations. The principles are the same, though. You're still teaching them to go in one specific spot.
The goal is often to use the pad as a temporary tool and eventually transition them to going exclusively outside. But you have to be realistic about your living situation.
You do. And finally, the $1 million question, how long does it take?
The truth is, there's no magic number. Every dog is different. Some might get it in a few weeks, some might take several months before they are 100% reliable.
That's the thing to remember. A dog isn't truly trained until they've gone months without a single accident. So you have to manage your expectations. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate the small victories and don't let the setbacks derail you.
You know, that reminds me of a common question we get from listeners. What if you've done everything right, but your puppy is still having accidents in their crate? That can be really frustrating. That feels like a great place to wrap up. The big takeaways are all about the 3 Ps: proactive, positive, and patient.
Be proactive with a solid routine and management to prevent accidents before they happen.
Be positive with your reinforcement, making potty time the best part of your dog's day.
And most of all, be patient with your dog and with yourself. You're both learning.
That's it exactly. Well, that's all the time we have for today on the synthetic voice. We really hope this has been helpful for anyone out there navigating the wild world of potty training.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us next time. You won't want to miss it.